Hey there everybody, this is Shelly here. Welcome back to part 2 of the Ultra Ball, where I decided to just carry on from where I left off rather than just save and quit. Normally I'll just save and quit because once I've done like the first 4 I tend to go and like have a bathroom break or get something to drink, that sort of thing. Just give myself 5 minutes of rest before I end up finishing this, but obviously when I was doing this today, yeah, I just want to get this over and done with. So anyway, Battle 5, this is the trainer that loves using confusion hacks on you before actually doing anything remotely useful. Fun fact, most of these Pokemon also have the poison subtype, which means it's a field day for Kadabra, providing that Kadabra can actually one-shot them. But for some reason this Tentacruel decides to use Screech first, which is a clever idea because of how confusion works. Basically, with confusion, I'll probably explain this a few times in the other Pokemon videos, but when confusion hits you, when you get the hit yourself confusion sort of thing, it's actually a base 40 physical move, which means if your defense gets lowered or your physical attack gets raised, it actually does affect how much damage you take from confusion. Also, the confusion hit is typeless, so it's not super effective or anything. This is close to coming in. I was having an iron whether I should. I believe I have either Jolteon and Zapdos in this set. I was thinking just swapping into one of those. And I probably should have done, because apparently Tri Attack one-shots the Kadabra. And probably want to one-shot the Zapdos or the Jolt. I haven't on the team. Yeah, I've got Jolteon. So Jolteon comes out now. Thunderbolt should kill from here. I'm not sure about how it would do from full health. Probably do a significant amount, though I wouldn't be sure as to what the close would do there. I think the only reason why it did decide to use Tri Attack there is because I believe the AI is programmed to use a move that will get a kill, rather than use whatever strategy it's supposed to actually do. So yeah, it tried to kill me over actually going for confusion strats. Now this Gengar is going to be a problem because now the one thing that I could probably kill it with is dead. So I'm just literally relying on Jolteon to just solo and be a complete bamf and not hit itself, and then just hit it with 3 Thunderbolts. I believe that's 3 shot from that. But yeah, I get fortunate second hit. Get the Thunderbolt. Psychic's going to do a bit. It does a lot actually because it's a crit. I was going to say it loads special. If it loads special, I was like, I'd be like, oh dear. I don't think the Thunderbolt will kill. Fortunately, I snap out confusion this time, and Gengar's dead. I actually soon learned using this team how good Jolteon is, and I kind of regret not using it as part of the main Nuzlocke team. I mean, I ummed about it, and then I decided not to. And in doing so, I actually also gave up my Thunderbolt TM. It actually teaches it Thunderbolt when I could have given it to something else. I believe Lapras can actually learn Thunderbolt, which might have actually been the best move for Tessie. I don't know whether it's there's no genders in this. There's no genders in this generation. Transferred the Pokémon Stadium 2, then yeah, maybe I'd know the genders, but no, not meant to be. But yeah, this battle is all about high crit rate moves as far as the opponent's concerned. As far as I'm concerned, it's Articuno's Time to Shine. And Time to Shine, it does one shots to Sandslash. I don't think actually mattered. But hey, I'm fine with things critting when they may or may not need to. Especially if it gets the kill. Now the King has a problem because I can Ice Beam this thing and kill it. So I'm going to, I believe, bounce out to Jolteon. While the King decides it's just going to go ahead and use Crab Hammer.
What's this?
Crab Hammer does have high crit rate, but it's for all the high crit rate things, moves. Crab Hammer is, I think, the only one in Generation 1 that has accuracy problems. Though I'm pretty sure Sky Attack also has accuracy problems as well, I'm not sure. I never use it. But yeah, T-Bolt wastes the King one. And all we're just left is once again 3-on-1. I kind of like it when the things go completely one-sided, but as you'll see in Master Ball Tournament, that will not really be the case, especially for the first half that I recorded. But anyway, Jolt can't do anything to the Venusaur, so back to Articuno we go. All this Venusaur does is just spam Razor Leaf, which is pretty much just doing what Bowman does, essentially just spam Razor Leaf until something dies. But Articuno can take those all by. But for some reason, this Articuno is not the fastest thing in the shed. It actually gets outspeeded by the Venusaur. But like I said, the Articuno is going to take the Razor Leafs all by. Venusaur, however, will not take Ice Beams. Literally takes 2 Ice Beams to kill. I'm thinking maybe Sky Attack probably would one-shot it, but Sky Attack takes 2 turns to do, and I believe it can mess. So I just went with the safe option, Ice Beam. 2 Ice Beams to do it, and job's a good one, essentially. Can't really do anything else, do much more than that. I was going to say I believe I have 6 up, 6 down, but is it 6 up, 6 down? No, it's not. I believe we did get, we did lose one earlier. Yeah, oh yeah, we lost the Cadabra to a try attack. Oh well. Psychic guy is just a psychic guy with the flyers. So this is this one's essentially the old Jolteon, because Jolteon crucially has Pin Missile, which does wonders on psychic types. So it's actually probably the only Pokemon that can competently use it. That's a message. What was I saying now? The only other bug type, the only other offensive bug type move is Leech Life, and that is a weak. That's a weak move as it is.
What a furious battle!
Pin Missile, while it does have accuracy problems, I think you're about to say.
What's this?
No, it actually hit, but only hit twice. I kind of need it to hit more than twice, because I think this Hypno is going to probably try and kill me.
What's that?
Being at -1 special does not help either. So Jolteon's dead, and things are starting to not go according to plan. So I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do now? So instead of just bringing my other
Pokemon are entirely
my electric type, and what do I do with this? Archibald. I was wondering why I was looking at the moveset for Zapdos. I was wondering, was I going to Thunder Wave or something? But Zapdos gets the Paralyze on the Thunderbolt as well, which is super lucky, except not, because Hypno still managed to get its attack through, which ended up being super lucky all in the end because Hypno's missed. And that's yet another dead Hypno. There's a lot of dead Hypnos in this in these sets of cups. I believe this is this the last Pokemon? The trainer's last Pokemon, or is it? No, it's the second one. This one takes the Thunderbolt because it's a Slowbro, and it's against the Zapdos with Thunderbolt. Except no, it doesn't. It lives with 5 HP and retaliates for the crit special dropping. Psychic, which is like super unfortunate. It doesn't really matter, the Slowbros could die anyway. But I'm thinking that I might want to switch out just to get rid of the special drop on Zapdos there. Because, well, to be honest, regardless, the Aerodactyl is going to outspeed anyway. And maybe I could have stayed in on. I think it actually can fly. No, it's using Hyper Beam. I was thinking maybe I could cripple it with T-Wave. But no, instead I switched to Starmie and just spam Surf. But because it missed its Hyper Beam, it has to recharge regardless of because of how this game works. It has to recharge whether it misses or whether it kills something. And Surf actually looks out and gets a critical hit on the Aerodactyl, and hooray! That's everything dealt with. Like I said, I could potentially Thunder Wave with Zapdos, but considering that it used Hyper Beam, I don't think Zapdos would have lived the Hyper Beam, providing the fact that it pet, which I know it rolled the miss, but it might not have rolled the miss against the Zapdos. So now finally we come up to the final trainer, who has a Dragonite, which I believe is slightly cheating, because I don't think you can use Dragonite in this cup. It might be one of the other ones, I'm not sure. I think it might be the Poké Cup that you can't use Dragonite, but yeah, I believe you actually do use. He does actually use Dragonite in this one. So basically what I did here was stupid. Potentially what I probably should have done is switched out to something else. To do anything. But this guy decided he wants to dig a hole. And because I suspect that's probably going to kill my Kadabra, considering it used it straight away, I went to switch into Articuno just to block the dig. I think what I should have done here is... Oh, this Articuno is not really that good aside from the Ice Beam, just looking at its moves. I know Ice Beam won't do much to Golduck, but I just want to know what else it does. It's faster and it has Soft. I think I went for Ice Beam. Yeah, I did. It's just, I think it's probably the strongest move I could do. I didn't really want to use Sky Attack, but fortunately the Ice Beam got the crit, which killed Golduck. I think the crit mattered. Ice Beam probably wouldn't have killed it from the range there. So yeah, I'm fairly certainly it mattered. Yeah, this guy's passing his electrode. For the electrode, I have Nidoking, and to be fair, I was expecting the electrode to explode, but contrary to popular belief, it doesn't explode. It decides. I think it decides to try and T-bot Articuno. So either way, I was going to switch into Nidoking anyway. It's either going to tank the explosion or tank a, well, not necessarily tank an earthquake, but not an earthquake. It's going to have to tank the, it's either going to attack the explosion, which it did. I'm going to have to switch it out into a thunderbolt, which it can block anyway. Is what I was going to say, but like I said, the electrode explodes. If it didn't, it probably would have died to earthquake. I think that's what it was going for before. And here's Mr. Dragonite. Really, I honestly really need that Articuno to be like at full health, but it's not at full health. And this Dragonite's faster than Nidoking. I think what I did though was just like, you know what, sack it YOLO Hydro. I don't think I was going to survive with the Nidoking anyway. But what I really wanted to do is to bring Articuno in and lay waste to it with Ice Beam, because Ice Beam will one-shot it. Unfortunately, that actually does not come to pass because the Dragonite's faster. It uses Hyper Beam and it, so I believe it crit kills. Yeah, it crit, which was unfortunate because, well, it killed Articuno, and if I didn't get crit, Articuno probably would have survived. Ice Beam, dead. Regardless, Dragonite, I have at least one free turn on this Dragonite because, like I said, with how Hyper Beam works now, you actually have to skip your turn regardless of what happens with the other Pokemon. If it dies or whatever, you miss or something. So basically, I'm just going to go at it with strongest move, which is Psychic, which 3 hits. And again, proving that Psychic is probably the most broken type in this generation. It's one of the few things that Dragon types don't resist as far as the like special type moves, that special type maneuvers go. It resists water, it resists electric, it resists grass. I think the only ones that are considered special that it doesn't resist is Ice, which is weak against, and Psychic, which it also doesn't really take very well. But yeah, fortunately I got lucky with Hyper Beam missing and just being a not very useful move at all for anybody not named Shayo. And thus Kadabra won it for us. I don't think he would have survived Hyper Beam though if it actually hit. Which was like, oh. Honestly, it didn't really matter because I had 5 continues and I would have used them all just to murder this old man's Pokemon team. But there we go, the Ultra Ball trophy is ours. And next time we will be taking on the Master Ball. Take care and I will see you then. Ciao!